Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to this webinar on working capital management efficiently in current economic situation. So I'll just give you the logistics over here. If you have any queries, you can put it, there's a Q&A session at the top of the screen. You can type over there, click on Q&A and raise your questions as well. Who are on the Zoom, who are on the Facebook can also put in their questions as a comment. And if somebody wants to, they can also, there's an option of putting a chat. So somebody can put a chat and then can get maybe once we finish off the presentation, at the end of the presentation, there's a Q&A session when people can ask the questions, right? So I'll start off with a very small thing, which is the language to be spoken. और अपनी जो language India की है वो mix हो चुकी है. We have English, we have got Hindi, we have English. So I think अपनी जो बोलचाल की भाषा है, which is all inclusive. So maybe we'll continue with that, so keep changing on from English to Hindi and Hindi to English as and what it depends and the need be. So let me start the entire thing. Welcome you once again. So let's start the presentation. जमीन पर शोर मचाता हमारी हुकूमत हमारी मर्जी. जमीन पर शोर मचाता हमारी हुकूमत हमारी मर्जी. फिर कुदरत ने सबको बताया मेरी दुनिया मेरी मर्जी. So we, all of us human beings for the last 15-20 years have been encashing a good economic boom, not only in India but across the world. And all of a sudden ये जो nature ने एक बहुत बड़ा हम पे impact डाला है. So there are 2 points to the entire impact, whether it's economic and on the health front. Important point is a lot of people are impacted on the health front, but there's a huge majority of people who are impacted on the economic front. And अभी क्योंकि economic front चालू ही नहीं हुआ है, so I mean it's like this is a third world war, or people say there's a war right now. And जब तक हम लोग war में क्या होता है कि we do not see हमारा office, घर, factory के हम अपने घरों में कैद हैं, हमारे office, factory, work places, we don't even see that. जब हम जाएंगे खोलेंगे उसके बाद हमको मालूम पड़ेगा वहाँ पे इम्पैक्ट कितना आया है, कितना डैमेज हुआ है. So till that time we are all confined to our places, which is our home right now, and we do not know what will be the total damage. But having said that, so the first question is why on working capital? That's the most important point. So I had done my PhD on working capital management of tobacco industries, and tobacco is the particular name, but the focus was cigarette industry, because वो जो industry है that is making, that used to make, and today also they make a lot of money, and उनके यहाँ पे working capital used to flow like anything. So excess is also bad and shortage is also bad. So during that PhD, which I did in 94, 96, the analysis was there were a lot of companies which were making very huge profits, but they could not control the working capital which they were earning, and they got into a wrong diversifications. And that wrong diversifications ultimately led to the debacle of those companies. That's a very important point. So hota kya hai, we all are entrepreneurs. In fact, it's a very humble submission. I'm a very young entrepreneur. आप सब लोग बहुत seasoned entrepreneur हैं. All of you are more very successful entrepreneurs. You have traveled across the world, done businesses in many countries, and everybody is managing it very successfully. But normally, most of us, what we do, we look for sales, we look for production. हम finance को या working capital को तभी देखते हैं जब हमारे को tightness होती है. And that's where we start saying कि यार पैसा नहीं आ रहा, बहुत tight हो रखा है, recoveries नहीं हो रही. And that is where we start doing a firefighting. So we'll do a cheat sheet at the end of the conversation, when I'll give you 2 or 3 small tools which will be helpful for us to incorporate into our daily MIS to understand how to control the working capital management as well. So let's understand firstly what is happening right now. हो क्या रहा है? So we all know that we are almost into 40th day of, around the 40th day of the lockdown. So typically 1 month is 8.33% of the year. So by the time we reopen, whether it's 2 months or 1.5 months, almost like 25-30% of the GDP will be gone. हमारा business, हमारी earning, everything will be gone by at least 25-30%. अपन किसी से भी बात कर रहे हैं आज की तारीख में, लोगों के ऑर्डर, जो कुछ एक्सपोर्टर्स से मेरी बात हुई पिछले 1 महीने के अंदर, उनका कहना ये है कि हमारे 30% तो कम से कम ऑर्डर कम आने ही वाले हैं, इससे कम तो चांसेस है ही नहीं. So even if we can stand by 75% of our customer base, your order base, that will be a very good situation for all of us. लेकिन हमको क्या होगा, no one knows. So सबसे पहले तो, because it's a problem which we do not know will be a short term, medium term or long term, we should understand where to focus. Right now, as a working capital is primarily short term to medium term. Long term is a capital funding, which is a equity funding. So what is short term all about? Short term is about experiences, reactions. It is not into our controls. We see today कि जो भी कुछ हुआ हमारे कंट्रोल में क्या था, कुछ भी नहीं था. ऑल ऑफ अ सडन 20th को हमको मालूम पड़ा कि कल से लॉकडाउन है राजस्थान के अंदर, हमको कल से काम पे नहीं जाना. 25th से तो बिल्कुल बंद हो गया. सो जो भी हम लोग ऑफिस से शाम को ले पाए, दैट वाज अ शॉर्ट टर्म, इट वाज नॉट इनटू आवर कंट्रोल. दिस वाज अ न्यू एक्सपीरियंस फॉर अस. Now, based on this 30-40 days of experience, we will design our medium-term strategies, which should be proactive, protection. हम अपने experience से आगे काम करेंगे. So basically, we should. So all these short-term pains, this is our short-term pain, and working capital is all short-term. So short-term pains are long-term gains. Whatever pain we have experienced in the last 1 month or 1.5 months, I'm sure हम सबके लिए long-term में gain रहेगा. We have new strategies, new ideas, new focus, what to do next time, हम इसे कैसे निकल सकते हैं, क्या क्या होना चाहिए. So all these short-term pains will be a very beneficial thing for us in long term. Now the first question which a lot of times we've been asking is कि होगा क्या? How will the economy start? So people are thinking right now of very, very acute crisis, but fundamentally there can be 2 or 3 ways the economy can come up. One way could be a W-shaped curve, when we are right now at the first end of the first slant of the W, but immediately as soon as the economy opens up, we might see a spurt, which should logically be. क्योंकि हुआ क्या है, 1.5 महीने से लोगों की, except मतलब I would say groceries and milk and vegetables, all सारे consumables stop हो चुके हैं. So ऐसा तो है नहीं कि we don't consume things. We need clothes also, we need medicines, computers, laptops. These are all consumables. These are not luxury now. So anything which is a consumable will be required. And ideally speaking, we might see for the next 15-20 days, as and when the lockdown opens up, a small spurt. But then eventually, maybe as the government is saying, and a lot of media is saying that we might see a second round of the virus coming up, in fact, coming up in winters. Maybe that time the economics can again fall back. And then after a year or so, we see the trend again. That could be one of possibility. The second possibility is like a V-shaped curve, but V-shape में क्या है कि जो fall will take a longer time. So if it at all it doesn't pick up right now, post opening up, then we might see a very long V-shaped thing and then they pick up. Third option is the L-shaped curve. So ideally, I don't think so. This should be an L-shaped strategy, because ultimately the crisis was not financial. The crisis ka genesis was epidemic and pandemic. So it was not a financial crisis, it was a pandemic crisis. So this should not be an L-shaped curve. Just to give you a perspective, today morning itself, New York Times has shared a slide in terms of what is the GDP fall in the US. And US ke andar, there has been a 4.8% erosion of the GDP in the first quarter. Now, if you compare this 4.8% GDP erosion as compared to the left-hand side, which is 2008 strategy, 2008 ke andar, it was a drastic fall after 2 or 3 quarters. So ideally, this is a reverse sort of a W. We might fall down once, we might pick up again. If you see the first chart, there was a fall, then it picked up, then again we fell back, and then it picked up. So we do not know exactly kitna hoga, kahan tak hoga. This is to be seen. But the first thing is it a demand side issue? What will happen once the lockdown opens up? What will happen? Whether it's a demand side issue or a supply side issue. आज की जो economic crisis के लिए हम लोग जो सोच रहे हैं, हम guesstimates कर रहे हैं, हम लोग panic के अंदर हैं. So what will happen? It will be a demand or a supply side issue. I think none of them. It is majorly a confidence issue. We all are fearful right now of the unknown. हम वो unknown से डरे हुए हैं. We do not know, unknown both cases. Unknown in terms of the virus impact for the health, and unknown as an impact for the economy also. Because this is unprecedented. As Hardeep said, 1918 Spanish flu, 1929 Great Depression, or even 2008 American Depression, right? None of the times we had the same scenario. It is different. This time is totally different. Maybe this time will never come back. We'll reinvent ourselves. This is a time for control or delete to reset our things. We may have new poor coming up, and we may have a very few people becoming rich out of this lockdown. Normally the saying goes कि जब 99 लोग जो हैं 1 लाख रुपया गवाते हैं तो एक आदमी 1 करोड़ कमाता है. That's a strategy about the gambling part. So we do not know how many people, but by and large this disruption this time, especially of the migrant labor, जो लेबर को डिस्टर्ब अब की बार हुआ है वो कभी नहीं होता. पहले जितने भी क्राइसिस 2008 का भी आया है, so we have felt the crisis in terms of monetary economic thing, but not the mass labor market. This time it is very very bad. जो लेबर वापस चली गई है, we do not even know whether they will come back or not. What will gonna happen? Maybe this entire disruption will create new areas for the local labor to come in, and हो सकता है कि वो वहाँ की लेबर वहीं पे काम आ जाए. But what can we do? We can just live in the present. हम फ्यूचर को प्रेडिक्ट नहीं कर सकते. We should analyze and evaluate the risks. Everybody's situation is different. हर आदमी की situation different है. None of us are having the same situation. Let us not follow others. We should take our own decisions. We normally take decisions based on what others are doing. हम लोग follow करते हैं कि सब क्या कर रहे हैं, दूसरे लोग क्या करते हैं. But I can vouch on everybody. हर आदमी की balance sheet अलग है, हर आदमी का financials अलग है, हर everybody's situation is different. So the first thing which we should do is identify the risk areas. What are the risk areas for each business? That's number one. Secondly, we should be prepared for more phases of controlled movements. So we all know that what is going to happen. Let's say vaccine comes in 2 months, or vaccine comes in 6 months, or vaccine comes in 12 months. Come what may, every 770 odd crore people on earth needs to be vaccinated. और जब तक वो वैक्सीनेटेड नहीं होंगे, मालूम कैसे पड़ेगा कि मेरे वैक्सीन लग गई है, किसी के नहीं लगी है. So I was just making a situation. If you go to a restaurant after, let's say, vaccine is there, the moment you say कि मैं table for 4 people, वो बोलेगा पहले show me your vaccination of corona, and we might be having a unique number to give him the, okay, this is my vaccination number for corona, and he might run into a system and see, okay, this guy is vaccinated. This might be linked to our mobile numbers or Aadhaar card or passport number. I would believe, because we will be traveling across the world, so probably that might be a stamp of like a yellow fever on the passport. This guy has been vaccinated for corona. Till that time, we might not even be able to travel, or uncontrolled travel shayad nahi chale. Now, what is the risk? So let's identify the risk first. Credit risk, one of them. Operational risk, liquidity risk, which we are talking about, the working capital risk, compliance risk, reputation risk, and strategic risk. So the last one becomes all combination of the entire first 5 of them. So the first part is the credit risk, which can be a default risk. Operational, because we don't know what's going on. किसी के यहाँ पे perishable commodity है, वो खराब हो सकती है. कुछ लोगों को अपने जो damage हो सकता है पीछे बारिश से या rain से. So many things can happen right now. So the first part is the risk analysis. Everybody can do its own risk analysis because सबकी situation अलग है, different है. Now post lockdown, how will the money flow? So there are 3 ways the money will come in the market. A, the government spending. So this is a slide by CRISIL where they have segregated into 3 domains: government spending, private spending, and exports. So अगर government spending बढ़ाती भी है, so if you see this chart in terms of, they have compared it to H2 of 1920, which is last financial year, and the current financial year. So ideally, all the situations, whether it's construction, engineering, industrial machinery, real estate, none of them are getting a good picture. Reason being that is the government right now is involved into firefighting for the pandemic. By the time they come for the economy and they start giving the stimulus and the economy comes back to normal, I think we would have easily lost 6 months for this financial year. Probably ये financial year तो history में exist करेगा ही नहीं. अपने कोई भी ना भूतो ना भविष्यति. In fact, all the balance sheets will not be having any connection up till 1819 and then maybe 21-22. So there's a one way of government spending. There are very few industry in terms of power and steel. They might pick up because of the infrastructure spending by the government, but a real estate will be down. Second way could be doing a private spending, which is a consumption-based spending, what people can spend. So here we see all the gems and jewelry is down, automotive components, auto retailers are down, hotels are badly down, multiplexes are down. Only the agricultural products are in. One more thing I wanted to point out here was, last 20 years, we have 29 years, we've been seeing an economic boom. So I remember 91 के अंदर मेरे को हर्षद मेहता के boom के just पहले, there was an advisor who advised me, never invest into 3H, hotel, hospital, and housing, right? Having said that, last 29 years, we have seen a big boom coming in hotels, we have seen a big boom coming in real estate, and we have seen a big boom coming in real estate and hospital as well, right? Having said that, last 40 days, the biggest losers have been 3H, hotels, hospital, and housing. And we'll see sometime later, why does it happen? Because of all these heavy capital intensive businesses, why do they lose a lot of money? The next slide is mainly focused to the exporters, which is the community, which is listening to this webinar. Rising global uncertainties to impact demand. This is the analysis done by CRISIL. And if you compare, here they've compared the H2, which is the second half of the last financial year, to the current financial year. And they are seeing a very bad impact. Textile, ready-made garments, they said demand will be down, realization will be down, working capital requirement, and the credit quality. Same goes for textile, electronic components. Pharmaceutical is the only export-connected thing which might see a booming coming up in terms of what they were in last year and what they can be in the current financial year or the next year to come. We can divide the entire scenario, all the industry, into three segments: yellow, green, and red. So which are the industry, which are the yellow ones, which are the green ones? There's a small analysis. I think a lot of these people have seen this slide, which has been circulated by ICRA very popularly. But what interestingly has to be seen here is that hotel is totally gone. Housing is primarily into a risk area, but the consumer durables, anything consumer goods, but whatever we consume is not into a red zone. See, we don't consume aviation, we don't consume ceramic things, we don't. So none of the consumable side is on the red side. Sare consumption, whether it's FMCG or anything else, is on the yellow and the green. So I believe we'll discuss all the products which this particular forte or the exporters make probably fall into the zone of a consumption pattern. Now, we have focused here to analyze the working capital, how to manage it efficiently in the current situation. That's the question to answer. That's the most important point to answer for everyone, because working capital is the software of a business, just like the fixed assets are the hardware of a business. Now, to manage something very rightly, we need to measure it first. So if you can't measure something, we can't manage it right. The first thing is to manage it very properly, to measure it. The biggest mistake which I have seen in my last 25 years of experience, talking to so many entrepreneurs and so many people all across, is they're talking percentages. They don't talk in numbers. मैंने भी किसी से पूछा कि आपका मार्जिन कितना है बिजनेस के अंदर, सो ही सेड कि मेरा मार्जिन 20% है. मैंने कैसे है? बोले मैं 100 में खरीदता हूँ और 20 में बेचता हूँ, 120 में बेचता हूँ, सॉरी, तो मेरा 20% मार्जिन है. मैंने कहा दिस इज नॉट योर मार्जिन, दिस इज योर मार्कअप. If you talk to a jeweler, he'll say I buy at 50, I sell at 100, it's my 50%, 100% margin. This is not 100% margin, this is markup. Most of the situation we do a markup and we consider it's a margin. Anywhere if you are doing percentages, that's bad. Please trust me, we should be working on absolute numbers, especially on the short term. Percentages are good for long term. I can tell you a very good example right now. All this data of Corona, all this data is working on percentage. अभी एक नया चालू हो गया है कि इंडिया में डबल चालू हो गया है, let's say in 7 days or 3 days, और उसकी ग्रोथ रेट कम हो गई है, वहां पे death is fallen down. You know, all this data is being, I would not say manipulated, but presented in a manner where the entire game is percentages, right? Because the moment the base goes up or the base is low, the percentage will make a bigger impact. Now, if you say we have got 30,000 people with Corona, और उसमें से 1,000 लोगों के हुआ है, so the percentage is minuscule. और या 1000 डेथ हो गई तो percent is minuscule. But so we should be working on absolute numbers. This is a very important point. Now, what can eat away the existing working capital? That's the so by the time we go back and open our offices or factories, I think काफी लोगों ने चालू कर दिया है, but most of us will go to the office after the third. So the important point is what can eat away our existing capital? जो हमारी पूंजी लगी थी अभी तक, वो क्या खत्म कर सकती है? What are the things? The first and the most important thing is, which is safe, is the next slide I'll show you, which will be intact, which is like bank balance, cash balance, gold, government securities, raw materials. Until unless the raw materials are perishable nature, these will ideally will not have a bigger impact in terms of erosion. Perishable damage छोड़ दीजिए, otherwise we will find whatever was lying there, the value would be almost same. But then there's a second category which might have a possible erosion, which is, of course, investment into debentures. We are seeing the mutual fund going down, debt funds going down very badly in the last 7 to 10 days, but also the finished goods. If you see, of course, this is not only the finished goods which are perishable, but even a normal finished goods, because हो सकता है कि उनकी demand कम हो जाए, they might be fashionable, or they might be damaged by just keeping it for the last 30, 40 days, their quality might deteriorate. So unki jo value of realization might go down. But the highest chance of erosion is the third thought. I think the biggest erosion might come from the debtors. That's the biggest erosion which might come. We might all see a very big damage to our debtors. 20, 30% can happen. I'm just giving a very vague number. Maybe the exporters may not find it that way. They might be having an ECGC cover, or but domestically, people who are supplying on long credits, 8-9 महीने के credit के जो कई businesses हैं, they might see 25-30% erosion in the debtors. Or even if not erosion, their cycle might just go for toss. Of course, stock markets, mutual fund, real estate, they are all into high risk areas. So by the time we open back from the lockdown, the biggest challenge with the businessmen will face is the collection cycle, which is very important, and that's the inflow part from the working capital. Now, what can happen for the things which were lying on the first part, जो green में no region में थे, what will eat away your liquidity? That will be the fixed cost. जो हमने 40 days तक हम लोग fixed cost bear कर रहे थे, that will eat away whatever the green slot which we had, the cash and the bank balance which we had, that will just eat away the liquidity. Now, what will be the liquidity, and where should we focus? We should focus on core. There are two cores. One is fixed cost, and second is to conserve cash. Immediately once we open up, I'm sure 40 days तक बहुत लोगों ने disruptively change करी fixed cost को. They have found ways and means to reduce the labor cost, and they have got different structured labor agreements or unofficial labor understandings created so that they can reduce their cost, because we have this Disaster Management Act in place as well. But let us analyze the fixed cost and which industry might have the bigger impact on the fixed cost. So we have analyzed the fixed cost into two segments. First lot is the segment wherein there's a bi-party to the cost. So these are interest on term loan, CC, EMI, manpower, salary, wages, rent, lease, and minimum charge on electricity. Now these are very important. Even if we want today, we can't stop them by our own itself. We need the second bi-party to agree and come to a conclusion and agreement to reduce these costs. Now the point is, any business जिसमें पांचों की cost लगी हुई है, पांचों fixed cost चालू है, he is in a very bad shape. So somebody is incurring all 5 of them. So people might say that EMI is not a cost, it's an outflow. Yes, but it will eat away the liquidity. It will drastically eat away the liquidity. No doubt the government has given a moratorium for 3 months, but out of 3, 2 have gone. जब तक हम 3 तारीख को खुलेंगे, almost the तीसरा महीना सामने आ जाएगा. So जिसका 1 का भी impact नहीं है is very lucky and blessed. जिसका 2 का है slightly difficult, 3 का impact है more difficult. But किसी का अगर 5 का impact है, he is in a very bad shape. And you will be surprised to see that very shocking it came up. Automobile dealership falls into one of those categories जहाँ पे 5 के fixed cost लगती है. Interest, manpower, lease, electricity, minimum charges. There might be many other industries. I think people can analyze them themselves कि उनके यहाँ पे कितनी cost fixed की लग रही है, and let's work on that because that's a bi-party involved. The second category which of the fixed cost is the overheads, the administration cost. Fortunately, for the last 30-40 days, we were not bearing them. हमारा air condition cost, internet की cost offices की, जो अपने fuel के खर्चे हैं, गाड़ियों के खर्चे हैं. So अगर EMI तो ऊपर आ गई EMI के अंदर, but rest all we were saving. And these are costs which we should reduce after we start the working immediately, post lockdown. We have to control both of them, but this is one thing which you have to control. Now, what do we require to control our working capital? The most important is the cash. The cash is the king. We need to conserve our cash, guard him like a king, I mean, we need to make a war chest for that. जैसे हम अपने राजा की रक्षा करते हैं, ऐसे हमको अपने कैश की रक्षा करनी पड़ेगी. Because we do not know banks कितना पैसा देंगे, we do not know आपके डेटा से कलेक्शन आएगा नहीं आएगा. We may जैसे गवर्नमेंट इतने कैश बचाया, Rajasthan government said कि we will be paying a very part of the salary to the employees. So what they have done, they preserve the cash, not the cost. Similarly, so we need to make some payment. We don't have to pay payment for the pressure. We have to make payment for the priority. हो सकता है किसी ने प्रेशर ज्यादा बनाया हो, बट उसकी प्रायोरिटी नहीं है. So we need to build a war chest. War chest for expenses for at least 12 months, both on the fixed cost at a business level and also on the personal level. I think if the businesses don't make money, we won't be able to do our drawings, salaries for ourselves. So हमको उसके लिए अपना war chest बनाना चाहिए. कैसे भी बनाया for 12 months. Even in a good case scenario, normal case scenario, going forward, we should at least have a 3 to 6 months war chest into liquidity, always. So that ऐसे unforeseen times कभी भी आते हैं, not because of this is the economic collapse can happen anytime. So that is one thing which need to preserve the war chest. Now, there's a general phenomena कि कौन सी इंडस्ट्री में कितनी working capital requirement रहती है और कौन सी इंडस्ट्री में क्या क्या रिस्क रहती है. So I'll just show you one slide and then we'll move to do's and don'ts of working capital. If you see, I mentioned about 3H, hotel, hospital, housing. So similarly, there's a ratio of working capital to fixed assets. Fortunately, most of the industries where you guys are into garment, handicrafts, or carpets, all those stuff, most of them are very low asset-based things. Usme, except for the premises, heavy machinery ki involvement nahi hai. If you see all this particular ratio, the red zone, hotel, restaurant, hospital, these are all heavy into fixed assets, but very light into current assets, which is working capital. Now, their fixed costs will eat away their working capital very fast. Having said that, अगर आप last line पे आओ, trading, service industry, textiles, जहाँ पे fixed assets के ratio कम होती है, working capital ratio ज़्यादा होती है, so their risk is less. उनकी working capital will be intact because उनकी fixed cost काफी कम है comparatively. So that is a zone which we have to see in terms of red, green, and yellow. So textile, which is the back end of the garments, which is good enough. Garments again are low fixed assets intensive industry. Trading and service, of course, उसमें तो fixed assets का बहुत कम काम रहता है. Now, what is the do's and don'ts for effective working capital management apart from what I said earlier, watches बनाने का, stuff like that? One is cash sales. Do not become financer for your buyer. Sometimes it may not be very true for the exporter at least, but domestically I've seen people giving credit for 9 months, 10 months, which is a bad thing to do. Reduce salaries, not skilled manpower. We should be keeping our manpower because this shall pass. 3 to 6 months, 9 months, this shall pass. But skill लेबर मिलना मुश्किल होती है. ये इम्पैक्ट सब पे है. मे बी 20-30% कट करके हम सेम मैन पावर को रिटेन कर सकते हैं. Compromise on margins, but focus on collections. So collections are important. Turnover is important. We have to maintain a credit profile with the institutional lenders, whether it's the bank, whether it's the so the government has given a moratorium for 3 months, but that doesn't mean कि उसके बाद में 3 महीने के अंदर भी हमारी interest debit हो रहा है इसके अंदर. Suddenly 1st of June we'll have a pressure of all the accumulated EMIs and interest coming up for the next month. So we need to maintain a profile with the institution at that point of time. We have to achieve a break-even point. That's again the fixed cost earliest हमको cover करना चाहिए. A very important point to save all these things is to convert our fixed cost to transactional cost. So a very good example is the Uber Ola model. हम लोग पहले बॉम्बे दिल्ली कहीं भी जाते थे तो we used to take a taxi on hire for the entire day, 8 hours 80 kilometers वाले फंडे से. जब से ओला उबर आ गई है हम उस फिक्स कॉस्ट से हट के ट्रांजैक्शन पे आ गए हैं. जितना चाहिए उतना लेते हैं, फिनिश कर लेते हैं. So if you see the per kilometer cost on a Ola Uber is expensive, but if you see in absolute terms, we pay less than what we used to pay earlier and more comfort. So wherever we can change the model of a fixed cost to a transactional cost, we should do that, whether in terms of manpower, agencies, support, outsource, anything. And even we are seeing that even the car companies are coming up with a leasing model. That's again a changing from a fixed to the transaction cost. We should maintain liquidity, as I said earlier, do not pay on pressure, pay on priority. Then we have reduced inventory just in time, develop a supply chain management like the corporates do, use fund wisely. Again, very important point. We should not use these short-term funds into long-term funds. The fund which we are having right now, which is the cash, is for the short-term needs. If we start paying them for the long-term outflow, which is the EMI and the repayments, or for fixed assets, we might be in a soup. For the long-term funds, we need to talk to the bankers or arrange for the long-term funds only. We should not divert these funds to the long-term. Even if we have to pay, take on a big pressure, we have to control that thing. Debt is an asset, not a liability. Debt is an asset. Please use it judicially. Even today, if you want to use a debt, please use it very judicially. Then we should have a business continuity plans, because we might have, we may not have physical wars anymore. We may have unknown wars. आज कोरोना का आया है, कल किसी साइबर अटैक का आ सकता है, परसों किसी बैंकिंग फ्रॉड का हो सकता है. So we should all have the DCP plans in place. In terms of financing, we should ask the first question: why do we need the funds for? What do we need the funds for? We should create scenarios, best case, worst case, and then evaluate the needs. There will be a lot of demand changing. There will be a lot of behavioral change. हमारा supply model change होंगे. If we are dependent on China, we may not be getting the sourcing so easily. Or if you are dependent on some other country, there might be a lead time increase, you know. So we may have to answer those all questions, where to get this thing. There might be a lot of technological disruption which may happen. So based on all those parameters, we should evaluate हमको कितना पैसा क्यों चाहिए. How to increase the working capital? Very simplest question to ask, but very difficult to answer. How to increase working capital? Make money. That's one way of doing it. But that is again a medium to long-term thing. What do we do on a short-term part to increase the working capital? Either infuse capital or we take loans. So this is a time I would say not to take loans. If you can liquidate some capital, जो कहीं block पड़ी हुई हो without incurring a major loss, we should be infusing this capital, because in any case, if you infuse a capital in your business right now, you are putting money in as a best investor into the business which you know, rather than putting up this money into any other asset class. This is the best asset class for you, your business. So let's put that money into your capital, into your own business. About the loans, just like so what happens when we are sick? We go to a Unani doctor. After allopathy, agar trick kaam nahi kari, we go to Unani, homeopathy, Ayurveda, naturopathy, all sorts of things. We will first try the conventional thing and then alternative things. So just like which we do an alternative medicine, we should be thinking in these times in terms of alternate finance. The world is changing. We have seen a lot of things happening, a lot of disruption happening into financing models. Fintechs are there, a lot of PE fund, VC funds are there, angel funds are there. So the model of financing will also change. The traditional sources we all know as capital, equity, bank term loans, CCOD, LAB, unsecured loans, family, friends, NBFCs, right? But the alternate sort of funds, which are very important. One of the most important funds for alternate sources in the factoring, domestic and international. So if you guys are exporting, there are services available which can do a factoring service for your export receivables. If you, for example, do not have a working capital limit from the banks, there are factoring companies which discount your invoices. So that's another way of getting a money. Receivable finance. These are all transaction-based financing. As I mentioned earlier, they might be slightly expensive as compared to a traditional, the pre-shipment or the post-shipment limits. But then, of course, they are transaction-based, so you don't pay the money for the entire year. Same purchase finance, bill discounting. होता क्या हमको लगता है सीसी प्री शिपमेंट पोस्ट में सस्ती पड़ती है, लेकिन हम रियलाइज करते हैं पूरे 12 महीने चलती है, जबकि ट्रांजैक्शन फाइनेंसिंग इज व्हाट यू पे for the period which you use, 30 days, 90 days. Then there are schemes by CDB, government, and even Exim Bank of India. I've known about Exim Bank of India. They promote Indian exports. Of course, they promote mostly which are in terms of infrastructure or project exports from India. But then they have schemes wherein, you know, even consumer durables are financed by Exim Bank of India by line of credit overseas. I would like to leave you with a cheat sheet how to manage your working capital. I know everybody is very successful over here, सबको अपना मैनेज करने का तरीका आता है. हम लोग क्या करते हैं एज एंटरप्रेन्योर, हम रोज का पूछते हैं आज से प्रोडक्शन क्या हुआ, आज की डिस्पैचेस क्या रही, आज की सेल क्या रही, कलेक्शन क्या रहे. Normally we all have got our metrics in terms of 3 or 4 data points to know where are we standing today, and I think this is how we evaluate our business. I would strongly recommend, I have done it myself for the last 25 years. I'll strongly recommend ये दो छोटी सी ratios हैं which can act as a cheat sheet for you to know your liquidity. One is the current ratio, which is working capital ratio also. बहुत simple है, total current assets divided by total current liabilities. Very simple. So if you get a ratio which is 2:1, we know you are into safer zone, you would not default for current liabilities. आपके automatically supplier payments will be in place or So how do you calculate current assets and liabilities? It's up to you. I would recommend जो भी अपनी EMI भी हैं उनको भी अपने को current liability में लेना चाहिए and then make this ratio. So if you can do a 2:1, then it's a fantastic way. So जैसे अपन production का data शाम को लेते हैं, I would recommend to add this into the MIS, whatever MIS or whatever data point you get from your finance team. One would be the working capital ratio, and the second would be a quick ratio, which is also called the asset test ratio, because that will give you a more important picture, very correct picture. So quick assets में क्या हुआ है, current में से जो liquid assets हैं, which is the cash and the bank balances, वो आ गए हैं उसके अंदर. So in terms of अपन पूछते हैं ना कि यार बैंक बैलेंस क्या रहा, so हम लोग पूछते हैं बैलेंस कितना रहा बैंक के अंदर. So I would recommend कि सिर्फ ये पूछना कि बैलेंस कितना रहा, उसकी जगह हम पूछें यार मेरे क्विक रेशियो क्या है, क्योंकि बैलेंस के साथ में मेरी लाइबिलिटीज क्या है वो भी वजह मालूम पड़ जाए. So we will come to know हमारी पोजीशन कितनी अच्छी और कितनी बुरी है. So these are smaller tools and tricks to manage the working capital in these times. And the important point is where to focus. I think the most important point is back to basics. This controlled all delete in terms of reset, we are going on our back to basics. Whatever we are doing, whatever the world will be doing, so world will only be buying what it needs. So we should identify what the world needs. Apart from something which the world doesn't need, which was fancy, which was non-essential, which was luxury, people will not buy. There will be disruption all across on those parameters. So as of now, what do we do? So somebody was telling me as an option, as government economic times ने भी लिख के दिया है, there might be another product coming from India, which is to have a medical textiles in terms of making these PPE sets and stuff like that. So winners don't do different things, they do things differently. Maybe we can identify कि हम अपने जो product portfolio है उसमें हम क्या add कर सकते हैं, क्या differently कर सकते हैं. I was working on a philosophy for some time which is called the 3F, food, fashion and finance. ये तीन businesses कभी out नहीं होते हैं, लेकिन आज के सिनेरियो में उसको एक दूसरा perspective मैंने दिया है, which is roti, kapda, makan. So basically back to basic is roti, kapda, makan. Now if you see, अपन जो garment exporters हैं, handicraft वाले हैं और home furnishing वाले हैं, so these are all basics. We may, so कपड़े तो लेंगे ना आदमी, maybe 2 or 3 months we might see a slack season or we might see a disruption happening, but it will not just change entirely. Maybe the high end might change, people may find lesser expensive garments, may find an option to buy from some other places, but they cannot rule out wearing clothes. So I think the entire garment industry for that matter will not be into a bad shape, maybe after 6 to 8 months, once this current disruption is in place. Similarly, अपन जब मकान की बात करते हैं, everybody wants to live in a good place. Today may not be a discretionary spending, but down the lane, once the things are back in shape after maybe 6 to 8 months or 1 year or so, then all this thing which we use the funds for decorating the house, for making new housing, that will happen. We are 777 odd crore people on the earth. हमको खाना भी है, हमको पहनना भी है, हमको रहना भी है. So I think whatever things are near to the core, nothing will happen to that. It's a matter of confidence. We are shaken up more by the uncertainties, by the unknown, not by the knowns. I mean, I think the moment we'll come out of the lockdown, जैसे हमारा stress test pass होता है 1-2 महीने के अंदर, we'll know how much the economy can run faster. As of now, we can identify strengths, whether internally, externally, financial strengths. We can play on these strengths. If somebody thinks my skilled manpower is a strength, Somebody thinks, yeah, I have a financial power to play on with. That could be a strength. Let's play on the strength. Then, of course, which everybody is propagating right now, Make in India was what we have been thinking, as the government is promoting. But now, post all this corona, it might be Make for India also. So a lot of things which were the exporters were exporting for many other countries, it might also happen Make for India. And there are a lot of businesses which are focusing on replacing China. कि जो चीज पहले चाइना बनाती थी, चाइना बेचती थी, it might so happen that that supply chain, that thing might move to India, whether from the European population, European countries, or the American countries who are buying from China. They might want to move it to India as well, to see what's going on from India, and they trust it more. You know that they trust India much more in a better position than as compared to China. There's a small thing which came out this morning, Economic Times, which says the export promotion will start in phases. Government has segregated the entire export promotion into basically two phases, phase one and phase two. And of course, export is a core area for them. But for the priority, they are putting focus on the first phase, which is electronics, medical textiles. That's phase one, and which they want to promote in the first 3 months. And the phase two is the gems and jewelry, auto components, pharma. These are phase two sectors. That's how the government plans to basically promote the sectors. So I'll just end the basic webinar in terms of talk would be to focus on the core, which is to conserve cash, control your fixed cost, identify your strengths, and have small cheat sheets to control the smaller expenses, smaller cash and liquidity in the business, where we can see that. I think thank you very much for your hearing me out, for giving the time to come here and hear the entire